Hello America. Power scaling. Since the beginning of time, people have asked the question of who would win in a fight. These debates stir violence and ruckus as people rush to answer the age-old question if Goku could be Hatsune Miku. So today I decided to discuss some of the matchups in the indie animation community and beyond to see which of these amazing characters could win in a fight. So sit down, relax as we discuss who would win in a death battle!
Colors weave into a spire of flame. Distant sparks call to a pastel unnamed. Bear this torch against the cold of the night. Light will guide you on your way to the ultimate fight.
Bill Cipher vs Discord will remain one of my favorite death battles of all time. It got me back into my Gravity Falls interest and made me more open to watching things even if I'm not the target audience. So if you can understand my love for this episode, you can understand why I would love to see a Lucifer from Hazbin Hotel versus Sin from Murder Jones death battle. Now I will admit Hazbin has always been the lower end of the stick when it comes to indie animation in my opinion, but I'll be less biased when tackling this debate. Sin can destroy entire universes, and Lucifer created hell, which is commonly shown to be in entirely separate dimensions. This should put them at a similar level strength-wise, but there's other factors we have to consider, like the fact that only holy weapons can kill Lucifer, and Sin has hundreds of backup bodies that could make her practically immortal. Can one or the other counter this in any meaningful way? Yes! People like Alistair can manipulate technology and shut it off, so it's safe to assume Lucifer can do the same. On the other hand, Sin can create constructs like holy weapons, which could give her a chance. I think it's safe to assume that neither of them have a good counter, and that this fight is just a tie. But there is another Sin matchup, which I think wouldn't be as equal. Shadow Milk Cookie may seem like a fair fight at first glance since, you know, it's a cookie, but I want to take this time to emphasize the sheer power of these sugar pieces of shits. In a spin-off of the Cookie Run franchise, there's a cookie called Timekeeper Cookie. You see, Timekeeper Cookie snipped timelines out of existence. That is insane for power scaling, and far beyond any scaling Sin has. So Shadow Milk easily takes this for being able to scale the Timekeeper Cookie. Now that we've discussed two matchups that really don't have many connections, let's talk about more character-centric matchups that are a lot more fun to debate than this monstrosity. I've had a decently big hyperfixation on Invincible, so fuck it. An Invincible matchup that makes so much sense to me is Angstrom Levi versus the Spot. Two villains who have nothing but disdain towards their arch rivals. Now honestly, this has so much more potential than Sin versus Lucifer does in terms of animation and character. The amount of stuff you could do with their whole thing being portals that travel across the multiverse is insane. Take Freshie Canal Spot versus WT Caster with its medium swapping segment. You could add so many references to previous death battles, all tightly knit in a matchup with strong connections and riveting character. Also, fuck Omni Man versus Bardock. Can we get like other Invincible matchups besides stinky old piece of bugfucker Omni Man? As for debate-wise, Spot takes this fairly easily. The collider he fused with could have literally destroyed the entire multiverse to collapse if it wasn't for it being destroyed in time. On the other hand, Angstrom has never shown any strength higher than an above-average human. Sure, he punched Mark a couple of times, but Mark was holding back from his true potential in that fight, since he was so much more worried about the safety of his family. So yeah, cool matchup with cool animation potential. Now that I'm fueled by my autism, let's talk about something stupid that no one can predict. I think you guys already know that I love Nintendo. The colorful, bright worlds that any demographic can enjoy has always intrigued me for years. So I'd love to see two of my favorite Nintendo heroes duke it out in one-on-one. By that, I mean Mario vs. Kirby. Now, scaling-wise, there's too much bullshit to cover in one singular video, but to put it in short, in the Mario universe, a dream is its own separate universe. The Pure Heart and the Dreamstones can control dreams, or in other words, multiple universes. Kirby has fought gods like Maglor who can destroy multiple universes. So equal footing for both. As much as I like to debate all day, the reason I like to highlight this matchup is because Death Battle has mischaracterized Mario so fucking badly. It was until Bowser vs. Eggman when Mario characters got the proper character work they deserve. Speaking of badly done character work, Optimus Prime has suffered from the same issue Mario has on Death Battle. On top of that, the matchup they chose for him was hot ass, so let's choose a better one. Superman vs. Optimus Prime. Now there's arguments for Optimus having multiversal scaling and him scaling to various Marvel characters, so it's not a complete stomp. But on the other hand, we're talking about I don't give a fuck about your cosmology Superman. Superman takes this, but I like to see more emphasis on their appreciation of humanity and all life above theirs. I think that's the major aspect most people choose to ignore when it comes to analyzing these characters, which is so unfair. People choose to view Superman as a mindless brawler with no real personality, which is so far from the truth. So yeah, give Optimus a second chance. Hey, who knocked on my door?
The multiverse is about to collapse if you don't do anything about this.
What?
Look, there's no time to explain.
Wait a second. You're a girl version of me? The reason I'm here is because the Renqz channel now has donations. That's sweet Marvel cash.
Deadpool, there's no time for ads. The infinite multiverse will collapse if we don't...
Shut up. I have time to be the walking ad my mom always told me I'd be.
Your mom told you were an advertisement?
Yes. Yours didn't?
I hope not.
Back to shilling. All donations on this very video will go to paying for thumbnails, paying for music, overall increasing the quality of these videos, which they desperately need, by the way.
Guys, not to alarm, but we're found! Discord, the master of chaos.
It's me, Omni Man.
I got a bone to pick.
What is happening?
Hey guys, I'm here.
Shut up, Cipher. Shut up.
Alright, for the next matchup, I need to play this guy's theme since it's just so iconic. Oh? Uh-huh. Yeah. Oh? He's a gun? Oh. 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 Oh, yeah! Yeah! Shadow vs. Mewtwo. Honestly, the best matchup in the remake pool for Death Battle, and I'd just like to share my 100% want for this matchup. So yeah. Well, now that you're all awake, now I can get back to making videos! Someone's gonna open the door again, right? Yep, I knew it.
Renqz the hour. Your heart is twisted. It is ours for the taking.
Shut up! Shut up, shut up, shut up. Let's just handle this the mature way.
All right, the combatants are
I need
set.
to sign up
We've
for
run
this.
the data through all
Someone,
possibilities.
please!
It's time for
Renqz the hour. Your heart is twisted. It is ours for the taking.
Uber, what the hell did I do to you?
Persona!
No need to fear, Gerald is here!
I'm gonna die! I'm gonna die!
Did you know the Renqz channel now has donations?
This match will get red hot. You're up!
Wait a second. Isn't that Yaxter?
Looks like you failed to understand my persona. Persona, nuke his house!
Bro, I don't know what's happening. I just keep seeing random cuts between the video. I don't know if our budget's that low. Whoever's editing this, please make this stop. I don't want to be here. Hello, America. Hello. 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 Hello, America. Hello. 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 Oh, look at what you did, Blooper. Now we're stuck here in this white void, all because of you.
This is all your fault!
My fault?
Why the
Oh, you son
fuck
of a
did
bitch,
I
I will wrap your tongue out with a bitch.
I didn't record my life on my
So did you like the video? What was that? This video was one of my favorites to make because of the collaborative effort it was. Blooper, Surmi, Aboda, Derek, and all the others that helped contribute to make this video, thank you. I also want to thank the people who've donated and supported to my content. It's an honor to have this kind of audience on YouTube. So, thank you all, and especially the people on the server. Thank you. You have changed my life. So, thanks for watching. Anyways, bye! Sir, the multiverse is collapsing. What time is it?
It's doomsday.